Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. DAPs.
And I'm Johnny Five.
And I'm Hayley.
And why are you Johnny Five tonight?
Because I recently undertook a massive cleaning project of my iPhone, and I had like 200 and some apps on my phone, so I took them all off.
Only 200?
I think it was 300.
Oh, okay.
It was around 300, and then it was around 200. And I took them all off of my iPhone, put them back on, and organized neatly, and now it's only 5 pages. So when you guys were giving me guff about, I had like 15 pages of apps. Now it's down to 5.
And how many apps
pages
now?
of apps, still the same number.
Oh, so you didn't delete apps, you
I
just
now
organize them.
Well, I haven't deleted them yet because I'm going to, I have all of my to-do list apps put together, so I'm going to stack them side by side, figure out the one I like the best, delete the rest. But I needed to organize them and figure out how many to-do list apps I have and which one's the best. So now
I think I'd rather clean my
You'd
garage
think that.
or a sandbox. I think I could clean a sandbox quicker.
I'm working on the
that.
iPad next, and it's worse. I don't know why.
I just have one page.
Why?
Like in little folders, and they're color coordinated.
No,
That's
legit.
it.
Like I have 5 folders, five pages of little folders.
That's way too much.
Look, all of these folders. Like
that's way too many.
3 rows of
So
folders.
this will be the time where I'm gonna say tweet at us using the hashtag Geeks Corner while they look at their phones.
They're color coded.
That's what I said.
Why are they color coded?
Color coded.
She has a folder
nice,
of red.
right?
It looks very
I know,
nice.
I
It looks
can't
very
look.
nice. You
But
can't
it's
see it,
just
but
3 rows.
it does look
And
very
they're all
good.
color coded.
Yeah.
We're good.
So I'll show the audio.
That was a
later.
scary moment.
So hashtag us Geeks Corner. We'll respond. We've got Roger Rabbit on the Twitter. I'm watching Twitter as much as I can, and it's on the screen. Our producer Tyler will include some of your tweets in the episode if you're watching live, and then we'll try to respond to the ones that aren't live at some point. Right?
Sure.
Maybe. Doesn't feel like it. I usually try to watch the Geeks Corner hashtag throughout the week and respond. Well, we thought maybe with this new setup we could actually read it on the screen over there, our monitor, but it's still a little bit small.
It's
So
like you really like it. He's confused on who you guys are.
Huh? I'm confused on who I am. Who are any of us
yes,
really?
so if you're spring cleaning, let us know what you're cleaning, and it's okay, Taylor. I'm not going to try to look anymore. I've got it over here.
Yes, clean any spring that you find. This is a good time of year to do that.
It's okay. We won't look. I promise.
I
He's
will.
trying to help, really. So Tomorrowland is coming to Tomorrowland. And I've been looking
Nice.
forward to saying that all week because I just knew that was the only way you could really go into that segment. But Tomorrowland preview is coming to Tomorrowland, and they're putting it in what I think they should call the Tomorrowland Theater, even though it's the Magic Eye Theater. But let's not be redundant.
Every time I hear it called the Magic Eye Theater, I think I have to cross my eyes in order to see the thing. Because I think Magic Eye, and I think of the nonsense on paper, and then you cross your eyes, and then
In the
it's a
Magic
duck.
Store outside.
Yeah,
When you look in, because they've got
Yeah.
the thing in the. Isn't there a Magic Eye thing in the display for the
There's
Magic
a hypno
Store?
wheel. I haven't seen a Magic Eye.
Right to the left and down a little bit.
Really?
I think there's like a little box or something.
If you guys have a picture just hanging out on your phone, tweet it at us because that would be cool to see.
Yeah.
Happy
So
to have
you
a picture
can.
of the random thing.
It is interesting because I believe in the Disney Parks blog article they did call it the Tomorrowland Theater, which would be interesting to see if they're trying to transition to that, and if so, what are they going to do next?
Was it a capital theater or an underscore theater? Because if it
Well,
was
I'm
a
looking
lowercase,
at our article as opposed to their article
yeah, because I'm thinking
because
it
Amanda
is.
did a very nice job writing this post, so I thought I would.
Oh yeah,
attribute
yeah, that's the one that I read. So
our
that's why
source
I'm
to her.
asking because I didn't
Yeah.
read any other. I don't read any other blogs since I found your blog. I haven't even looked at another blog.
I'm so glad you're reading this one now.
Because if it's a lowercase theater, then it could just be the theater that is in Tomorrowland, which
That
it
is
is, and they're not saying the
it's
proper name.
Amanda's is uppercase, so now Amanda, you're gonna have to let us
Amanda's
know.
thrown down and has
It's-
renamed it. Are
yeah.
you okay with that, or do you think Amanda should be?
But the preview is going to begin
fired?
mid-April, and there's going to be an exhibit nearby that you can see things. I think it's going to be like in the Innoventions thing,
Okay.
where you could see Iron Man stuff and Captain America stuff, and
I'm
war
thinking
stuff.
I'm thinking more along the lines of the preview for Frankenweenie when they had the museum
yeah, that
display.
was a really big display.
Yeah.
Did you see that one, Hayley?
I did.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I liked that was actually one of the better displays they've had for a preview, I think. While we're on the subject, actually, what do you think of the movie first? Any thoughts still? Like
Nothing
we talked
new
it a little
since the
bit.
last preview. Once I see the new preview, maybe I have new thoughts. But
So you have to wait a couple weeks, and then we'll be good to
but
go.
I think that's exactly where it needed to go. People have said, why not put it in another theater?
And as long as
That's
we're
where
in
it has to be.
Tomorrowland, I think it's only fitting that we talk about the closing of Interventions today. May it rest in peace. I know Murray was there for the final moment, and our friend Norm the Hypnotist was there. So if you haven't checked out his website, you should just Google Norm the Hypnotist. It might even be normthehypnotist.com, which would be really
That
cool.
would make sense.
Maybe Tyler can look that up for us.
I'm pretty sure that it's not hypnormtist.com. I don't think that's...
No, I think it's Norm the Hypnotist.
Yeah, I think it's Norm the Hypnotist, not hypnormtist.
And at some point, we're going to have Norm on the show, and he's going to do a video beforehand, right?
Yeah.
And he's gonna hypnotize Johnny.
Well, we haven't decided yet.
We've decided it's done, and it'll be fantastic. I mean, really comments. I think that should be great. Splash Mountain and Critter Country also reopened today. So with the closing of one attraction, there was the reopening of others. It's not really opening new though. Winnie the Pooh opened up also, I believe. Yeah, all of that stuff was open again. You can walk back to that corner of the park and go nowhere, and you can come back again.
Nice.
There and back again.
That was an unexpected journey.
Heyo.
Daylight come, we want to go home.
Definitely. Yeah, so along with Tomorrowland, also they've created the X Prize Challenge.
Yeah.
Which is awesome if you're between, I think, 8 and 17 years old.
I thought you said 6 and 13.
I looked and it was wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I was wrong. It's 8 and 17.
All I know.
I mean, I just read it.
Yeah.
So if you're between 8 and 12, you get to be in the junior division. And if you're between 13 and 17, you get to be in the senior division. Now, do you guys know what this is? Who wants to say what it is? Go ahead. I was seeing if you did your homework, really.
It seems to be like halfway between a science fair and a creative writing project, where it's plan. If you were given a chance to go to the future and see what's different, and then come back and report on something that you saw there and how it's changing lives, and then it's either write it down or make a video or a song or something, like do.
So they're basically ripping off headlines from the future?
Yeah, basically is time. Well, except they're imagining, and
ours are real. You're right.
Looking into the future, and some of them have come true already. So
Yeah,
that is evidence of how legit ours is.
We are so legit.
Yeah, but this is a creative opportunity for kids to think about, what can be different in the future, and I think it's kind of cool.
I think there should be a rule in there that you can't just watch a Star Trek episode and say what happened.
Well, half of that stuff is already in
True,
play,
but there's
today.
still a few that
Yeah.
time travel and
Mhm.
stuff like that. What is that? Section 36? Anybody know? Do we have any Trekkies in here? No.
I just
Okay.
watched City on the Edge of.
That's a good one
Forever.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's
Different series, but yeah, go ahead.
whatever. What's the big circular
Guardian of
Hadron
Forever.
Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland? Is that what it is?
Oh yeah.
They're making mini black holes now,
Right.
to communicate with parallel universes.
Which I don't know if that's a
happening.
smart move.
Well, we didn't think the other one was a smart move either.
And I have an
hasn't
update
imploded
for
yet.
you. It is capital T for theater.
There we go.
And that's from Amanda.
Amanda
Mm-hmm.
Alva is thrown down. So
She's got it. She's on the ball. Thank you, Amanda. We appreciate that. Yeah, that's a little bit frightening to me to think we're trying to, because nothing good ever comes from a parallel universe in any of those shows.
yeah, but that's just a show.
Yeah, do you really
I
want to
think-
test it?
I think a parallel universe is actually going to be really boring.
Do you really want to test it?
Hey, give me one example.
What good
of,
can come from a parallel universe?
give me one example of just unrestricted scientific endeavor ever going wrong. I mean, I think if we've learned anything from Jurassic Park, it's just let scientists do whatever
Speaking
they
of
want.
Jurassic Park, you totally opened the door for me. Did you hear that they found soft tissue from a
you.
T-Rex?
I heard this from you yesterday.
I didn't hear
Really?
Yes,
Of all
and-
people in this room, you're excited for that.
It's worse, and they just it with DNA from an ostrich because it turns out they're closer to birds than they are reptiles. And
I'm not making that one up. That was an actual
This is where it gets bad.
Ostriches are already scary enough.
Right.
I don't want to
So
face off.
we
with
thought
an
it was
ostrich.
going to be Jurassic Park, but really just going to put it in the San Diego Zoo.
I will never go to San Diego.
Don't
again
you
in
think?
my life.
Like they could put an ostrich Rex. I don't know.
You have now found the one animal that is scarier to me than a goat. So congratulations, sir.
What?
Goats
He's
are
going to
creepy,
run
man.
away screaming
Goats are
every time he
creepy.
sees an ostrich.
Jeez. They're carrying.
And there were goats
T-Rex
everywhere
thing.
when we went to Haiti. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
take
we're
an
gonna put-
uncomfortable situation for Johnny Five and add goats to it. It was fantastic.
Thanks.
Especially when we were walking through the jungle, and it was like
The
we were
mighty
in
jungle.
Jurassic Park or,
Yeah, it
or
was.
Indiana Jones or
There
any of
was a
those
goat
movies.
tied to a spike. It was raptor bait. Like that's what they do in Jurassic Park. Is they tie a goat to a spike.
And then they'd also tie it to like pieces of grass on hills.
Yeah.
There were goats everywhere. It was awesome.
We're so off of our.
So finishing up on this
Yeah.
this challenge thing, X
Yeah.
Prize challenge, you can win a $3,000 check, a 3D printer.
Dude,
There's lots of
Yeah, it
cool
seemed like
things.
cool prizes.
I can pass
Yeah.
for 17, right?
No.
I want to do this so bad.
We do need to find somebody that wants to do it though and follow them. I think because
Yeah.
that would be really
So
cool.
if you are going to do this, let us know so we can put your stuff up here. Is there a voting thing involved?
I don't know, but you have to get it in by May 17th.
By May 17th. Okay,
Yeah.
you've got time. That's like what, 2-3 weeks?
Well, really, you could do it in a couple hours. I think you just have to have a good imagination and
Or do it like I did every science fair ever and just
night before.
yeah. Right. I was thinking morning of, but yeah.
May 16th. Yeah, that always works too.
That's
You know,
a good
that's
day.
that's a great way to.
$2,000 on the line and all the other prizes. We can put a little more into it.
You have to wait until the last minute so you have the most up-to-date information.
You never know with science.
It's true. You want to have the most updated science, and then you're always on the ball. And
I'm a bad influence. Just want to remind you. and say
Mikey
that.
really likey says nothing can go wrong with science. It's science, man. It's perfect, especially when scientists mess with science. You know, if I didn't know
Hashtag
better,
science.
I would think that came from Victor.
Victor.
Didn't that sound like?
Mikey really
Didn't
likey.
that sound like a Victor quote?
Stop hiking, Mikey. Stop hacking, Mikey. Really. Wow.
We're struggling.
This is, it can only get better. Is the upside.
Can it?
Yes.
Are you sure?
You betcha.
90%.
You betcha.
Actually, it can.
Yeah.
We
Are
can
we
we can
are we
make
gonna talk
something
about this?
better right now.
We're going to talk about this.
I think we should.
About the video.
About Friday.
Yeah.
So Friday, we went to Marvel Universe Live.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, something really cool happened.
And it.
My friend Drew was at the Grand Californian Hotel,
Mhm.
and lo and behold, the doctor himself, David Tennant, walked
Tennant's
into the
doctor.
Grand Californian Hotel,
Yeah.
and he got to meet him, and then we got to shoot video of him.
Mhm.
And the only thing that we didn't get to do was invite him to come and sit in our TARDIS
Oh.
or on our TARDIS. What is this? I don't know.
He was invited, but
We just didn't get to
able
that part because
Couldn't
you were
make it.
stalking him. But
Do you have the
we
video?
do have video, and we're gonna play video of David Tennant at the happiest place on earth. Would you roll it, please?
Is it not? Is that the right file? Do we have it?
Is it gonna work?
And the camera, of course.
and the camera
Kidding.
turned off too. That's great.
Great timing.
Oh, it can get better. Oh man.
So what happened there?
I don't know. We probably when we restarted, we forgot to. So we are going to upload this video tomorrow. For all of you guys to
Winning!
watch. Yay! This is such an effective show.
I'm glad it
yeah.
went uphill from before.
Yeah, that was way better.
Climbing uphill, Daddy. So stay tuned to the Mr. DAPs channel. It'll be up online tomorrow, and we'll make
Good
sure
one.
to find where that file went.
I don't suppose we have the Boysenberry thing
No, I
either,
didn't-
do we?
I
Huh?
didn't get a file.
Okay,
for
we
that
didn't get that one.
Yeah.
So we don't
Oh,
have
that
that
was
video
fun.
either, apparently. Let's talk about Marvel Universe Live real quick.
Yeah. we can do that.
We went to that on Friday night and had seats front and center and a little bit up. And
a little bit. Up. It was
hey,
fun.
but we were front row up.
And I was sitting in seat number 5, so that's all that I needed in my life to make that happen.
Do you want to talk about the show? You
Yeah,
you
it was
definitely
amazing.
of the three of us, like we all enjoyed it, but you were the one that
Well, from
was
the,
giggling
from
throughout the
the
whole
time,
thing.
like a year ago when the tickets were released, I was the one who texted Murray like, hey, there's this thing we need to go. So yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, it was, hey, there's this thing we need to go to Murray, and it was, hey, I'm covering this for you.
Well, and then it was, hey, my mom can't go. Are you available? And then he filled
Okay,
in
I
that.
guess I'll go. Just don't
But-
call me mom.
And it was so hard, but I managed to pull it off. But yeah, it was a really cool show. It was a unique storyline that took place in the Disney XD version of the universe, I think, or like halfway between that and the comic books.
I felt it was more like Disney XD personally, but go ahead.
Probably,
Yeah.
probably. Like the original voice cast did the voices, but all of the stunts were live.
Yeah.
And Love Me a Stunt Show. Like you can see the wires, but that really doesn't matter. The important part is like that guy's on fire. That guy just got hit in the face with a motorcycle. Like
You know the part that stressed me the most though?
What?
Was the motorcycles coming down on those.
Yeah, they took the motorcycles to a new level, and then they came down from that level.
They took them to our level.
Yeah.
And then took them back down.
They were hopping down levels. Like they got on a motorcycle and then hopped it around, and then went down and then hopped it around. Like they were just bouncing on motorcycles, and they looked like they were having fun. But man, I would not do that.
I
No.
will.
There's so much in that show I would not do. But we saw the Hulk was on stage, and that was awesome.
Mhm.
There was flying everywhere.
So, what was your favorite part?
All of it, just all of it.
Did you figure out the Sinister Six thing?
Yeah.
No.
If anyone else is gone, they have said that Spider-Man was going to go face off with the Sinister Stick. Wow.
Sinister Six.
Sinister Six. I counted 5, and then like another person who wasn't in like on either side of the team showed up, but there were only 5 in the Sinister Six, and I thought that was interesting. So if anyone else has seen it and you can disprove me or you can convince me why I'm wrong about that,
What
let me know via Twitter.
do you want to talk about the part we thought our favorite character with the long tail and was green?
Spider-Man, one of his villains is the lizard, and sometimes it's like,
It looked
that's like-
actually in Hollywood.
it looked like a Gorn is what it looked like.
Yeah, that too.
The Star Trek like
Captain Kirk.
fighting in Arizona with a guy in a lizard cut, somewhere between a Gorn and a Slee Stack. And if you get both of those references, you're a nerd, and so am I, and I like it. So,
Wrong show.
no, you're a nerd.
Nerd.
If you get both of those, you're a nerd. If you know Land of the Lost, if you know anything, Sid and Marty Krofft.
You could have been born at the right time.
Yeah. Which makes you a nerd.
Maybe a geek.
Everyone born in that time.
Oh, okay. I got it.
If you know Lidsville, tweet me right now at J5DAPs.
With
Lidsville.
hashtag Geeks Corner.
Yes.
Because he won't see it till after the show otherwise, and that's
It's-
important.
My Twitter's here, right next to my heart.
Is there anything you would have changed about the show?
Not a darn thing.
Not a darn thing.
The
really?
one thing I would have changed is there's a wristband, a light up wristband, which is basically their glow with the show, and it superpowers the
Oh,
heroes
yeah,
at
yeah.
the end. And I felt like Murray went the whole night without knowing that they existed, so I would have upped the marketing on that a little bit.
And I only picked up on it during the show at
Yeah.
that point where I was like, oh, they've got things.
Yeah, I think I saw like a Facebook ad that was don't forget to buy this thing before you go to the event. And really, other than that, we kind of booked it past the merchandising floor, but I still feel like
But we went back and took a picture of it, and he went back and took a picture of it, and he didn't
and
see
he
it
still
there.
didn't see
So,
it. So, you know, there's a guy saying, hey, get your programs, that's $20, and that guy should have also been saying, and don't forget your Electrolink. Like, it was
a missed
interesting.
opportunity, really.
Yeah, so I think they could make a ton more money if they just say that it's there. Not that I don't like being pressured to buy
And who was
things.
your favorite superhero in the show?
Probably Iron Man. Just it was kind of his show to begin. Him and Captain America a little bit.
I was
equally.
going to say Captain America was awesome.
I
Actually, it was... Yeah, go ahead.
my favorite was Jarvis, because Jarvis was the pre-show and intermission announcer of, like, you know, please take your seats and all of that. Like, and it was Jarvis, and it made so
And
much
then
sense.
don't forget
that it
the
would be
recap.
Jarvis. As-
It's like, if you forgot what happened in the first half of the
It
show...
was a 20-minute intermission, and then the next act started with, in case you forgot everything you just saw 20 minutes ago, let me tell you from the beginning. And we all just kind of laughed and couldn't take any of it seriously, but it was great.
It was actually kind of funny because I had a friend that was at the show that was on another level, and we were texting
Whole other level.
and predicting what was coming next, and it was amazing how accurate.
It's
But-
it's a little predictable, but the fun of it is watching the people do the stunts, I think. So
Mhm.
if you have a chance to see it, go see it. MarvelUniverseLive.com, I believe, is their website.
I didn't book the ticket, so yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I did through Ticketmaster, so Ticketmaster might be your thing.
And it'll be going around, and maybe they'll have another one someday. And
It's coming back here in like a year, I think.
it is going around and coming back here, and you can see if it changed in a year or whatever.
What did you think?
Great.
There we go.
Is it
Since
by the same people who do Disney on Ice stuff? Is it the same company?
It's-
Because that's
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
that
entertainment.
I imagine it was great because I go to Disney on Ice all the time.
So,
And I'll be
you
going
know,
again
all
soon,
I do.
so then we
So you can talk about it, take pictures, and
Yeah,
Yay,
he's going
Tyler
too.
can come
He's
on.
invited for
and we'll have
once.
2 new chairs in. If you have club chairs that you'd like to donate to the cause, we're looking for 2 nice club chairs, or decently nice club chairs.
That go with this decor. You can see how unified our look is. We're looking for something
think
to add in.
Sherlock, like Sherlock's chair and Dr. Watson's chair.
Yeah.
Like, and then we'll add that to the other side, and we'll have a wide shot, and it'll be awesome. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, you
Does
found it from a few weeks
Anybody
ago, huh?
in the hashtag OC area have 12 club chairs that are
Did I
in-
misspell it?
No.
Okay.
12?
12.
You can't read.
It's okay. I'll read it later.
So Knott's Berry Farm had a pie eating contest. We have video of that up on our YouTube.
Not on
It's
the show.
hilarious. I thought we were going to download it onto the show, but we forgot.
I didn't
and,
know that was an idea.
We talked about it at one point, but it wasn't that well.
Call that.
Um,
Either way.
And I think Murray was going to be here, but he's covering a story
That's
for us. So there was, things happen. But it's really funny because these people like ate literally pounds upon pounds of pie. And
It's overwhelming.
yeah, and I think it's going to be a yearly thing. So I kind of want to go next year. Like, I think that would be awesome. While we're speaking of ridiculous competitions, if you know of any pig calling contests, we would like to cover pig calling contests.
I feel like there should be one combined with the pie eating contest, but I think that would send the wrong message.
I mean, for a good video, though.
That's true. Just cut back and forth at unfortunate times.
We were watching Laughing Stock Company the other
Uh-huh.
day, and they had this like dating game thing.
Yeah.
And the third question is you had to do a pig call for Sally Mae,
Mhm.
and none of them were as good as what I was hoping for. But there's your thing
you
for
you
tonight.
forget that I filmed 6 of their shows in one day once.
We need to film some new ones
Okay.
because they've practiced.
if you insist.
Yeah,
My Saturdays are surprisingly more free now, so I might be able to.
perfect. I think that yeah, let's do it. I think that would be fantastic. Let's make
Cool.
sure that happens.
All right.
But if you know any pig calling contests, we need to get video of that for a project we're working on. And
And we'll say less than 6 hours from Orange County.
or if you have an HD camera and you would like to film it for us, we would greatly appreciate that as well.
Yes.
But we need a few of these, right?
We would send you not money, but happiness.
You get a really good shout out on Geeks
Yeah.
Corner.
Yeah.
Like, we will be so excited if you can
He's
pull
been
that
wanting
off.
footage of a hog calling contest for years. Like 3 years, guys. He's wanted a pig calling contest. So
Yeah, we need
make
to
his
do
dream
this.
come true.
I mean, we've had a cow show.
Yeah. And the pig show has been long coming. So
It's
if
been
you want
longer
to help
than the
make
cow.
the pig show a reality.
We just haven't been able to find the pigs.
See, consistently going uphill
Yeah.
since the
It's
beginning of
very
this
big.
episode.
Oh man, that's horrible.
Can we
isn't
move
it?
on?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we started a new segment last week that was called Geek of the Week, and we're going to continue it this week because I was on the Instagram this week and saw a handle that was really enjoyable and funny, and
You're following a handle?
yeah,
Was it on like a briefcase or like on a mug? What kind of why? Like,
no, it was on a
doubt that-
mandolin.
Huh.
Yeah. So
Mandolin.
anyway, it's a fun account. It's that of Pixar director Pete Docter, and there he is with his mushroom, and
His face is scrunched over into the corner because there's not much
he
room.
puts his art on it. He puts what's going on in his life, and it's very enjoyable. He also puts the delivery, I guess you could say, of Inside Out to Disney, and sadly it got dropped.
That's how it was delivered.
So
And you can tell it's not staged because look at that honest reaction.
yeah, I mean, look at that. And he didn't drop a hard drive outside by the corner of Pluto and who's the other corner I'm thinking, Roger? Pluto's corner. That's right. I was like,
Studios, yeah.
yeah, at the studios. Okay, I got this right. I'm good. But he is our Geek of the Week, and if you'd like to be on the show, Mr. Doctor, I wonder if anybody calls him Mr. Doctor, because that's
a
kind of
really
funny.
fancy name.
If we
Mr.
could get,
Doctor,
I would love to get the doctor in the TARDIS. Would be a great.
Mr. Doctor in the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Mr. Doctor.
He is the Mr. Doctor.
What if he became a doctor? Doctor.
Doctor.
Roger
Well,
that.
then it's a movie from
It's
the late
Airplane.
'70s, early
Yeah.
'80s.
Leslie Nielsen.
What'd be even worse is if his first name was Roger.
And then he flew a plane And then his middle name was.
We don't know that
Victor.
he's not a pilot.
If his name was Roger Victor Doctor. Consistently uphill.
Oh
This
yeah.
show is just.
So that was
skyrocketing.
our Geek of the Week. You can follow him at Pete Doctor on
With an
the
E.
Instagram with an E, not an O.
DOCTER.
So he'd be Doctor with an O, then Doctor with an E. Doctor. OE.
Doctor.
Yeah, this is gonna get him on the show for sure. We'll let you sit in the club chairs we don't have yet, Doctor. Right, Doctore.
Yeah, we're just having fun tonight. Let's do this.
Yeah, we always have fun. Yeah, so that's our thing. And then we were gonna
We're going to
about
talk about an album.
an album. That's what I was like, I can't read it all the way over there. I'm sorry.
And that wasn't on the thing over there. 'Cause I didn't know it was
that
coming up.
also makes it difficult to read.
Yeah, that would be a problem. Well,
Hey,
you know, I can
rules.
read the black, but I can't read the red. But
duly noted. I'll do it all in black.
anyway, this last week, two things happened actually. An album was released, and then they played at Disneyland on Saturday night, and
did.
Hayley and Tyler danced to this band. And it's
Do we have video?
talk
of
about
that?
the band. We should have.
They are great. They're just really
Who is it
entertaining.
first?
It is Tim Gill and the Tim Gill All Stars.
Mhm.
So they just released their second
And they are all
album.
stars.
They are.
And what's the name of the album?
Small Batch Bourbon.
Small Batch Bourbon, and that's a song also. And
It
it's
is.
it's a really fun song. That's in this album, and I've been listening to it the last few days, and I think I'm gonna write a review on it. And
Are they on Spotify?
Yeah.
Then I will listen to them too.
They played on Saturday night. They're playing in 2 weeks, I believe, at Disneyland, and they've been playing a bunch of
Yes.
other places, including the Jazz Kitchen in downtown Disney. I think he was playing with some colleagues or whatever. I don't know if it's a whole band or not, but it's a lot of fun. They're actually really tight. They're really good. They've got great vocalists that join in. I'm forgetting her name.
Adrian.
Thank you. And
Adrian De Leon, just in
yes.
case that didn't come through on the microphone.
everything comes through on our microphones. What are you talking about?
How's that cricket in the backyard, guys?
Yeah, thank goodness not for that anymore. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's just under an hour, I want to say, for the album. And the fun part for me was I listened to the album earlier in the week, and then I moved to hearing them live. And sometimes there's like a quality difference between live and the album one way or another. And it was really nice to hear that they were both good in both places. And,
They're both good?
Yeah.
They're both good.
Yeah, they're both good. Both favorite.
It's fun.
Fun. Yeah, but it was a lot of fun, and they're definitely worth checking out. And if you like to swing dance at all, you can do that too. And yeah, we can break a guitar. That'll be fun also. You know what? Armchairs and guitars do not work well. I was supposed to be playing
And
a
that'll be the
different.
name of his album. Armchairs and Guitars.
Yeah. Sorry, that was loud, I'm sure. But anyway, we thank you for joining us this week. We are running out of time, so see you around the corner.
Geek out.
Bye.